other side of the world was leaving everyone else you know and love, could you actually go ahead with the move? Vicky O'Connor's been living a nightmare for almost 2 decades.
I've been completely bedbound for years.
She passionately believes Australia could mean her children get their mum back.
This move is life-changing.
While a trial week down under does work wonders,
I've been given a glimpse of what it could be like, and I love it.
will the financial cost of the move mean it's all over for the O'Connors?
Really, I need to look at earning an extra £12,000 a year to break even.
With 85% of Australia's citizens living within a half-hour drive of one of its 10,000 beaches, it's no wonder the country's been the top destination for Brits moving abroad for the last 25 years. Not everyone stays for good, however. Over a third of those who emigrate end up returning back to the UK. Suffering from ME, or chronic fatigue syndrome, has meant Vicky O'Connor has become a shadow of the parent and partner she'd love to be. A warmer climate could make a big difference, but will the reality of life in Australia mean a move's nothing more than a pipe dream? The O'Connors will spend the next week discovering if Australia could enable them to lead the normal family life they're desperate for. By the time they touch down in Adelaide, the O'Connors have travelled more than 10,000 miles, and in spite of an exhausting 26 hours in the air, Vicky's raring to go.
When we were talking to the cabin crew, they kept saying, oh, it's a long journey, and what are you doing? And it was just like, yes, but we're so excited, and we just can't wait.
Not everyone's feeling quite so enthusiastic, though.
It's very tiring, and my ears are not working properly.
The long flight's given Vicky plenty of thinking time.
Is it going to be warm? What's the weather doing? And how I'm going to be feeling when I get here, whether I'm going to be too exhausted to do anything, or I'm going to be able to just sort of grab it with both hands and take part completely.
Husband Gavin's keen to discover if the country will live up to expectations.
What I hope to get out of this week is, say, just to see whether Australia is for us, whether it's just a pipe dream or whether it's a reality.
But for now, everyone's delighted to have arrived.
We think Australia's awesome already, and we can't wait to find out more about it.
The week ahead will determine the family's entire future. The O'Connor family are Dad Gavin, Mum Vicky, Grace age 12, Jacob who's 10 and Imogen age 6. They hail from North Lancing in West Sussex. Vicky's suffered from ME since she was a teenager.
I first became ill in 1997. I went from being 17 years old, doing 4 A-levels, being very, very active, to basically being bedridden.
The debilitating disease has robbed her of a normal life.
It can take away your ability to walk. It can take away your ability to form a sentence properly. It's a type of exhaustion where if your house was on fire, you wouldn't be able to get yourself out of bed and downstairs because you just physically cannot do it. A day like today is a good day. I'm up, I'm dressed. On a bad day, I don't leave the bedroom.
Following a short period of recovery, after the birth of Imogen 6 years ago, Vicky suffered a severe relapse, and that shattered family life.
She went from effectively running the family at home to being a spectator.
All the things I strive to be, a good parent, a good wife, I've really had to just let go of.
Vicky's illness meant Gavin had to give up a successful career to take care of the family.
When I became bedbound again, he then became my full-time carer because my body was just physically incapable of doing even the most simplest of tasks.
We're now running the house, looking after a baby and looking after a chronically ill wife.
Life's been very hard. There have been some very, very difficult times for us.
Gavin now juggles his time between looking after the family and working as a part-time mechanic.
Gavin's day is crazy. He'll get up, he'll get the children ready for school.
Come home, see to Vicky.
He'll go off to work and then he'd be finished by 3, ready to do the school run. If the children have got clubs, he'll run them to and from. And then he'll come home and he'll cook dinner.
You've obviously got your washing, your ironing, your dishes, your housework.
And then the bedtime routine starts.
Times are challenging, but Gavin takes it in his stride.
And that's what you do, it's your family. At the end of the day, the marriage vows were sickness and in health. We've had a health part, we've never had a sickness part, we'd like a health part back now.
Holidays abroad have shown the family a warmer climate can have a dramatic effect on Vicky's health.
Every time we went somewhere really sunny, she's always felt better.
When we went to Florida a few years ago, the difference in my mum was she could go on all the roller coasters with me.
So now Gareth and Vicky are pinning their hopes on a permanent move down under.
My consultants have always said if I can move somewhere that's got a subtropical climate, then the chances of my health problems being reduced to virtually nothing are huge.
And if it's the opportunity to give her a better quality and an extended life, then it's a no-brainer.
Our hopes for Australia are it will give me the chance to start living again rather than just existing. In the UK, I am just existing, I'm not living, and I need more than that.
But while there could be much to gain down under, Gavin's worried about giving up what they have in the UK.
The most difficult thing to give up will be, I think, the security and where we are here. To actually close the front door of this house and say, you know what, we won't be back.
And Vicky knows before any move can go ahead, the whole family will need to be convinced.
In our heads, we're all set to go over there and fall in love with it. Now, if 4 of us fall in love with it and one doesn't, that's going to cause problems.
The O'Connors are hoping their family life can be transformed with the move to Australia. But whether the country's a realistic option will only become apparent over the next few days.
Trial week, I'd say, is possibly a make or break, because if we can't make it work, then we're not going.
I think the rest of our life is riding on this trial week in Australia. I think it's that important. It really is.
The O'Connors are spending their trial week in Adelaide, the smallest state capital in Australia. With elegant tree-lined boulevards and an incredible sense of space, the city's popular with expats seeking a better quality of life down under. Home for the week is this 3-bedroom house in Oaklands Park, a southwestern suburb.
Ooh, nice. Oh, a breakfast bar, you love that. That's you at home.
Sounds like it could be the perfect base.
Oh, wow.
Wow, loving that.
Yeah, this is my area sorted.
Check the barbecue.
They've only been in the country a few hours, but Vicky's already feeling the benefits.
We love it. We got out of the car and sort of the warm air hits you and even the wind's warm. Yeah, first impressions are, this could be home.
She's hoping any initial improvements continue.
I'm really positive about this week, really positive. I've done everything I can in my power to enable us, or me, to have a healthier week. So it'll be interesting to see whether I crash and burn off with jet lag or, yeah, I can run a marathon at the end of it.
Whether the family's dream will last the distance, though, is another matter.
I'd like to say that we'd make it work no matter what, but I think mainly for Gav it'll be finding the right job.
Quite nervous about going back to work. If it's meant to be, it will happen. If it won't, then obviously that's not meant to be.
The family's future rests on what lies ahead over the next few days. Back in the UK, the O'Connors live in a 4-bedroom detached house at the foot of the South Downs in West Sussex.
It's very picturesque, isn't it?
It's very picturesque. We're very lucky where we are here.
And they're as fond of their house as its setting.
It's the memories, isn't it? And the security it offers us as a family.
Yes, and we've spent a lot of money, a lot of time doing this house up, so it works for us as a family, making things easier for Vicky.
Vicky and Gavin have around £275,000 to spend on a home in Australia, and a good idea of what they're looking for.
Preferably 4 bedrooms, more of an open plan living.
Yeah,
I think.
Definitely open plan living. I think it'd be easier for me as well.
Yeah.
To sort of be more integrated into the family if it was open plan. If we can't get the property we want, then we will compromise.
Yeah.
If we're going to have to live on the breadline, we'd rather do it in Australia than here.
To give the family an idea of what their money could buy around Adelaide, we'll show them 3 different properties, 2 close to their budget and a third which should be everything they're looking for in a home. House hunting begins in Seacombe Heights, 10 miles south of Adelaide city centre. It's a quiet, established suburb, and with numerous parks and a beach just a short stroll away, it could be the ideal environment for Vicky's well-being. This 4-bedroom family home offers the open-plan living the O'Connors are looking for, but someone seems confused by Aussie-style housing.
Does it only have a butter roll?
Does it only have a bottom half? I mean, is it a bungalow?
Oh, this is nice.
Wow. It's very different.
It's a very cool feeling.
Yeah,
You know, it's warm outside.
That could be the air conditioning, Gavin.
It's not what I expected, but it's absolutely beautiful.
It's a good start.
That's a bit unusual.
It's very tall, isn't it?
So much space. Oh my gosh. First impressions, separate bath, separate shower. Perfect.
It looks like this house is a hit, and Vicky's loving the sense of space.
I think this house is ticking most of the boxes, isn't it?
You can open all those right back, and then you're doubling the size of the room.
There's also plenty of space in the master bedroom.
Look at the size of the wardrobes. This bit is yours. This is mine.
But Vicky's spotted a problem.
There's no ensuite and the bathroom's miles away. That would be the one thing we'd need because it's just not very practical for me physically, is it?
No.
Gavin's on hand, however, with the speedy solution.
And the fact that there seems to be adequate wardrobe space for most of Australia, we could put an ensuite in.
I think that would work.
Yeah.
Problem solved. Outdoors is a perfect spot for soaking up the sunshine.
I just love it. It's so pretty.
This is like everything we wanted. It's just perfect.
And the pool is the icing on the cake.
Oh my word!
Wow. Yeah, can I have your hand?
Yeah.
Right, the pool's amazing, but look at that view.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's absolutely perfect for you. You don't have to go anywhere. You can. It's all here.
I've got my own spa resort right here.
Yeah.
OK, let's buy it.
Okay.
I don't think we need to look in any other houses.
You've done your job.
Yes.
Jacob's happy, and this house is very nearly perfect for Vicky's needs. But is it somewhere the O'Connors could afford on their £275,000 budget?
I think, personally, this is going to be beyond our budget.
I think you're probably right. Just looking at the space and the fact that there's the pool and where it is.
I think it might be a little less or just a lot more.
Okay.
It's either one of those, I think.
You're probably right there, Jacob.
That covers everything, yeah? Go on then, Imogen.
Go on then, Imogen, turn it
Show us
over.
what it is like.
That's £10,500 under budget.
Really?
Wow.
Less.
That is less. That is under budget.
I'm almost scared. It makes the dream a reality, doesn't it?
It does. It means that, you know what, we can
The diners.
get what we've got at home, plus with the weather, and more importantly, your health.
Yeah. Gosh.
This is perfect.
Jacob, you know if you buy a house like this, you won't be getting the ensuite, right?
Yeah. No.
With the day off to a positive start, next stop is the suburb of Woodcroft. It's around a 45-minute drive south of Adelaide and a little further from the beaches than the first property. But it does offer a good choice of schools for Grace, Jacob and Imogen. This spacious open-plan 5-bedroom home should suit the family's needs. But after the cosy, lived-in feel of the first house, what will Vicky make of its modern interior?
Wow.
Wow.
OK. This I like.
Yeah.
It's very fresh, very minimalistic. It's perfect.
It's a promising start.
Oh my word.
Now we are talking.
This is a perfect cooking area.
And Vicky's noticed another benefit.
This house is better for me. There's no
Yes.
steps inside. There's no... Everything's on one level.
The home's layout is ideal and the spacious bedrooms don't disappoint either.
Oh, it has built-in wardrobes. How exciting. Oh, and bath and shower room.
Really? Both in.
Wow. Oh, my goodness, look at the size of the shower. This is really good.
This is a good sized family bathroom.
Indoors has got the thumbs up and outside things just get better.
Now this is what it's about.
Yeah.
Inside, outside living, it's undercover, out of the sun.
This home's a hit and the pool could just seal the deal.
Now this is
like.
perfect.
I prefer this to the other one because they've like really utilised the space around it really well.
A lot of
I
advantages.
love it.
Yeah.
When can we move?
This house could be the perfect home, but only if the price falls within the family's £275,000 budget.
I'd say you're probably looking near the £300,000 mark.
I think it's going to be outside the budget.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be over our budget, although I'm obviously praying it's not. No.
I feel that this is going to be the moment of truth. Jacob,
Dun, dun,
make sure
dun.
it's a good turnover. Ooh, okay.
Good guessing.
Yeah.
That's £23,000 over budget.
It is just outside our budget, but it's not that far out.
Yes, it's all going to depend on what our house is worth, and obviously the job situation, isn't
Yeah,
it?
absolutely.
But it's completely obtainable.
I think if Dad gets a good job, then we can make it happen.
Last stop of the day is what we think could be the family's dream home. It's in Aberfoyle Park, located 12 miles south of the city centre. It's recently been voted one of the most family-friendly suburbs in Adelaide. This 5-bedroom property should meet the O'Connors' hopes for a perfect home. But will it?
Oh, it has an upstairs.
Does have an upstairs, and you go then.
Wow. And it has
It looks
secrets.
a bit clinical, doesn't it? Like the tiling looks a bit like a public toilet.
I don't think that's quite the look they were going for. Will the kitchen fare better?
Whoa.
Oh my word!
So you've got
Well,
a...
the kitchen's completely practical. It's lovely.
Absolutely.
Really good, isn't it?
I know what this reminds me of. It's a spa where you have your sitting area, your chilling out area, and you're looking out over the pool.
Upstairs, the bedrooms impress.
Well,
Spacious.
okay.
I love the big windows.
Yeah.
Lots of light. Very good. Oh, okay.
It's like a jacuzzi.
It is. Oh my gosh! It just goes on and on and on.
I can't really call that an ensuite. It's like an jacuzzi.
On jacuzzi. That's a new one. Upstairs has its own living space.
Wow. This
Wow.
is a good big space, isn't it?
This is my bedroom.
Well, Imogen's comfortable. I'm intrigued to know why you'd have a space like this upstairs. What is this supposed to be?
Gavin's got no problem working it out.
Cinema one end, pool table, air hockey at the other end. It could be the sort of children upstairs and grown-ups downstairs.
Some more space. Another room.
Another room.
This house is huge, and Vicky's beginning to feel a bit overwhelmed.
I don't get all these rooms. I think it's too much.
But outdoors could bring her back around.
I think the garden is my favourite bit of the house.
And there's an ideal spot for Gavin to start his own business.
Oh my word. This is like a 4-car garage with a double garage on the back.
That isn't a pit.
That's a pit actually, that's just like a
That isn't a
storage
pit.
shed.
Maybe not then. An abundance of space means this house hasn't quite hit the mark. But would it be within reach anyway of the family's £275,000 budget?
I think this is going to be over our budget, which is a good thing because, yeah, it's not something we'd entertain buying. It's a bit peculiar.
It's probably going to be about 350, I'd have thought.
Yeah, I think so.
Go on then, guys, put us out of misery.
That's £48,000 over budget, but the family aren't overly disappointed.
One of the ideas of moving to Oz was so that we spend more family time together, not so that everyone's off in their own separate rooms or on their own separate floor.
It's just not for the O'Connor family.
It's been a mixed bag when it comes to house hunting. Property number 1 was a little bit of paradise and well within reach. House number 2 was the perfect fit for Vicky's needs and possibly worth stretching the budget for. But the size and scale of the third house was too much, as was the price. So when it comes to homes down under, will the family vote Australia or the UK?
Based on the properties we've seen today, we are going to vote for... Australia!
Okay.
The houses in Australia haven't impressed me enough. So I prefer the ones back home. Because I like the houses.
Good. She just likes the
That's
houses.
And because it's sunny.
And because it's sunny, there we go.
I mean, the reason I chose Australia is you get a lot more house for your money.
And the houses we've seen today have exceeded our expectations, haven't they?
With almost everyone voting for Australia, Vicky's hopes for a new and healthier life down under are well under starters' orders. But being able to afford a move will depend on Gavin having the right job prospects. Back in the UK, he's been a full-time carer for Vicky for the past 6 years. But to supplement the family income, he started his own mobile car repair business, working from home on a part-time basis.
I'm a qualified mechanic. I trained from when I left school at 16, got my qualifications.
A move to Australia would mean a return to full-time work, with Vicky returning to her role as a full-time mum.
Without the money, you can't live, you can't buy a house, you can't put food on the table.
For Vicky, the move can't be at just any cost.
We can't leave one country to try and help our situation and then, you know, me be really well out there, but you not be happy. And
That's true. Yeah.
So it has to be the right job as well.
As the potential sole earner in Australia, Gavin knows the pressure's on.
The bottom line is, if I can't get the right job, earning the right money, then we can't go because we can't afford to live.
Gavin's ability to find the right job with the right salary will be crucial if the O'Connors are to live the family life they're hoping for. We've arranged for Gavin to visit a car repair garage on the outskirts of Adelaide, where he's met by owner Peter Axford. Straight away, Gavin's keen to know how the motor industry is faring in Adelaide.
Car sales are booming at record highs. A good mechanic is still in demand, yeah.
What's the average working hours you expect
Well,
from...
in here, we work 37.5 hours a week, 8:30 to 5, no weekends, and it's just a pretty relaxed style of work.
In some industries, it's classed as part-time, so yeah, that's...
Sounds good. So what would Gavin's chances be of getting a job?
I don't think someone with your qualifications would have any real drama finding a job.
That sounds positive.
Gavin shouldn't have a problem getting work. Meanwhile, across town, Vicky and the children are paying a visit to Westbourne Park Primary School to find out about Australian education. They're met by Deputy Principal Tara Hendry. Grace has started senior school in the UK, but in Australia she'd be back at a primary. She's keen to find out how that would affect her.
This is our final year of school. It's actually year 6 in other states, but South Australia still has year 7, so that's where you would be, Grace.
Okay.
And what we're working on up here is getting our students to be independent, a bit more like high school.
And Jacob's got a question too.
What is the uniform like?
We really like kids to be active, so, you know, there's just a polo shirt and you can wear trackies or a, I don't know, do you call them trackies?
Yeah, we do.
Pants, yeah. Sweatpants, yeah, or like shorts, so it's very comfortable.
It's been a worthwhile trip.
That was a really good visit. It was really valuable.
I thought they'd be a little bit more like British schools, but now that I know what they look like, I think I'll be more comfortable moving now.
It's strange. I think we've kind of already got our heads around this is what we'll be doing. It feels like we're preparing to come and live here.
Vicky may be able to imagine making the move already, but whether or not it'll happen hangs on Gavin earning the right money. Back at the garage, he's built up to the big question.
Somebody with my experience and qualifications, what would I expect to earn in a place like this?
Well, having seen your CV, I would reckon somewhere around the $1,000 mark.
$1,000 a week equates to £29,000 a year, around a third more than Gavin currently brings home back in the UK. But could he up his earnings even more if he had his own mobile repair business down under?
It would take time, as you know, to build a business, but ultimately, I think if you persevered, it could be quite a good income.
Financial security's been a key concern for Gavin, so has today helped put his mind at ease?
I feel quite confident that I can find work within Australia. More than confident I can do the work.
So when it comes to the vote, will it be home or away?
Based on what I've seen today about work, my vote will go to Australia. The reason I voted for Australia is there seems to be a lot more jobs available. If I can get a job that I can work the right hours, still support Vicky, still support what goes on at home, and it aids Vicky's recovery, then yeah, it is a no-brainer.
At the end of a busy day, the family catch up to compare notes.
Hello!
Darling, how are you?
Good, thank you. How was it?
Excellent, brilliant day yourself.
Excellent, yeah, really good, really, really informative. I can't wait to hear more about it. I'm so excited.
We spoke about what money can be earned. So perhaps a little bit lower than what we'd hope, but I think the money's more in the mobile mechanicking side of things.
Okay. I'm really pleased you enjoyed it, though, because you're a bit nervous about how it's all going to go down. Excellent. Well done. So proud of you. Mwah.
move down under for the O'Connors is all about improving Vicky's health so the whole family can lead a full and active lifestyle. Australia's subtropical climate could improve Vicky's condition, so there should be nothing better than a day out in the Australian sunshine to give everyone a taste of how their future life could look. Today is Anzac Day, and Adelaide's commemorating the part Australians have played in wars. It's a chance for the family to get a taste of Aussie spirit.
It's definitely something that we'd want to get involved in and we want to come along and support. I think it's really important for the children to understand why it's happening, and this is part of Australia's history.
Next up is a cruise along Adelaide's iconic River Torrens. Time spent in the Aussie sunshine has worked wonders for Vicky. She's no longer sitting on the sidelines and can't quite believe it.
I feel amazing this week and my pain levels are down, better than they've been in ever, really. My life's routine that has been the same for ages and ages and ages has now changed within the matter of a few days, and all I've done is sort of move country.
And Grace and Jacob feel they've got their mum back.
If Mum could participate like this every day, I think life would just be so much better and it'd be happier for us.
It would definitely be so much better.
Today's been a reminder of what the move is all about.
This compared to life back home, totally different. It's been fantastic. It's like having Vicky back again.
Mum and Dad have really enjoyed it so far. They're literally the happiest people alive.
I've been given a glimpse of what it could be like, and I love it, and I want more of it, and I think Australia can do that.
It's been an inspiring day for the family, so is it a done deal when it comes to choosing between lifestyle in the UK and Australia?
Based on what we've seen today with our lifestyle choices, Family O'Connor are going to vote.
Australia! Are we all? Oh, wow, okay.
Excellent.
What?
Jacob,
what made you choose Oz?
I chose Oz because there's a lot more space to run around in.
Imogen, why did you choose Australia?
Because the parks are really big and the houses are really good.
You can just enjoy everything that's in the parks because the weather's not rubbish.
There's so much you can do without costing you a fortune.
I chose Oz mainly because I'm well enough to enjoy what we've done today. So that's a real big thing for me.
The O'Connors could be within touching distance of the happier, healthier life they've been dreaming of for decades. But will the finances see their hopes dashed? Vicky and Gavin now need to work out if they could afford to live down under. They think their house back in the UK is worth £270,000. To see if their valuation's accurate, we sent round 2 local estate agents.
Right, okay, first impressions, nice wide hallway. Certainly looks like a really nice family home. Okay, triple aspect, so always nice and good with plenty of light in the room. Good sized living room.
It's a nice sized kitchen. Limed oak, it's lovely. It's nice having the dining room area next to it, so it's good for entertaining.
Okay, master bedroom is very generous size. Plenty of room for wardrobes and also extra storage for a dressing table. Okay, nicely fitted bathroom. Always very nice to have the shower over the top, and obviously having the added bonus with the bath, always good for the kids. Nicely decorated again, very nice.
In the current market, I would value this house at £300,000.
Gee whiz,
So I
wow.
would recommend an asking price of £295,000.
Really?
My current market valuation of the property is in the region of £310,000. If the vendors are looking for a quick sale, we'd put the property on the market in the region of £290,000.
Really?
Oh my gosh! That's
Really?
more than we expected. We could buy that second house we looked at.
Yeah.
Jacob's got it all worked out.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
I am stunned. That is a game changer, that price, completely.
Absolutely. It means that the house that we thought was just that sort of bit outside of our budget is now well within our budget.
I'm feeling really stunned about that. I never expected it to be that price.
A £30,000 increase in value is encouraging, but how would the O'Connors' cost of living in Australia compare to the UK? We've prepared a comparison of costs, starting with a weekly grocery shop.
Fruit is marginally dearer.
Baby sweet corns are really expensive.
Yeah.
And the bacon's double the price.
But we'll be eating lots of baked beans because they're cheaper. £24.73 more per week to eat in Australia.
Oh wow, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting it to be a lot more.
So far, so good. But what about the bigger outgoings, such as mortgage? The couple based their sums on the second property they saw.
Right, so these are mortgage options. So that's going to be $654.
The couple's mortgage payments in Australia would actually be cheaper than the UK. But would they be better or worse off after factoring in the rest of the household bills?
It's going to cost us a whole £49.26 more a month to live in Australia. Right.
I thought it was going to be a lot more than that. I really did.
Spending £600 more a year is not a deal breaker, but the couple would have a lower income in Australia. Vicky wouldn't receive the disability allowance she currently does in the UK. So what's the overall financial picture?
So we're actually earning less. So we're actually worse off living in Australia by £986 per month.
The couple would be over £12,000 worse off every year down under, but Vicky is determined not to be defeated.
So I look at that and I just think, well, that's cool, because I'm going to be well when I'm in Australia, so then that'll be my job, won't it?
Gavin, however, can't laugh off such a large deficit.
Really, I need to look at earning an extra £12,000 a year to break even.
So after examining their finances, how will the couple vote?
Based on our reality check today, we are going to vote for... Australia.
UK.
Oh, bye. I'm joking. What UK?
Purely based on the figures that we've seen today, what we've got with our outgoings and what the income is, it has to be UK.
I think that the trouble is, I've looked at it in a different way, and because I've been so much better since I've been here, the thought of going back to the UK is non-existent in my head.
Vicky's staying optimistic, but there's no denying the figures are a real setback. And if Gavin's not fully on board, any move could be off the cards. There's also another hurdle to overcome. Leaving behind friends and family who have supported her over the past few years may prove harder than Vicky thinks. Grace has chosen not to watch the DVD, so the rest of the family sit down together to hear messages from home.
Hi guys!
Hi guys!
Hi Vicky, hi Gav, hi kids. I hope you're having an amazing time, and Vicky, you're feeling well.
Hi Vicky, hi Gavin, hi Grace, Imogen, Jacob.
Hi everyone, hope you're having a good time over there.
They're a very close family.
Oh, Mum's in tears already.
And the children are everything to Vicky and Gavin. Grace is very self-assured.
Jacob's full of energy, buzzes constantly.
And little Imogen, well, she's just something else. She's a very determined, free spirit.
Not little. You can't put a cost on your health. And all Vicky wants is to feel better.
True friends want the best for their friends, and that's it.
They've got this opportunity, and you always back your children.
I feel sad because obviously I'll miss Vicky, I'll miss the children. And it's just having them around.
Well, Gavin, it's your choice. It's up to you now. We'll back you, whatever you decide.
And if you want to go with it, go, because we want you to go and be happy.
It's really, really difficult because I can either stay in England and not upset people, or I can move out here and be healthy.
1 week ago, the O'Connors arrived in Australia hoping it could transform their family life. But while Vicky has felt the health benefits down under could offer, the financial cost of a move could be too big a burden for Gavin. As the family's final vote approaches, where their future lies is still far from certain. Their trial week in Adelaide has shown Vicky Australia could make a real difference.
What I've gained in the last 5 days is completely priceless. And to give me back my role as mum and wife, this is what I need to be doing.
Grace has noticed a transformation in her mum.
From where she was unable to move pretty much and she was in a lot of pain to now she's able to come and have a good beach day with us, and that's just really happy for me.
And Gavin's been overcome by the positive impact the Aussie climate's had on his wife.
This week's been incredible. It's great to see Vicky up and about, playing with the children. What I've seen of Vicky I haven't seen for a long, long time.
Australia could change the shape of the family's future, but it will come at a cost.
By moving to Australia, we lose the security of the house, lose the security of the business. And yeah, we've worked hard for what we've got. We're effectively placing it all on this.
And Gavin's not the only one with concerns.
The only thing that will bother me going to Australia would be that I would miss my friends and family. I know how I'm going to vote, and it has changed over the week. It's changed a lot.
Vicky knows for the move to happen, every family member needs to be on board.
This decision will impact, you know, our children's lives for the rest of their lives, but we've also got to make sure it's the right decision for them.
I think overall, I think I know what we're going to vote for, but something may change. I think there may be some surprises.
If there's a split in the vote at the end, then yeah, we've got to consider that. Then if it's no, then, you know, it's a no-go.
It's time for the family to decide on which side of the world their future lies. Will Gavin lay his financial fears aside? Will the O'Connors be destined for a new life in Australia?
We've had a brilliant week in Australia. It's been really great. So now we vote for
Australia! Yes, full house! Well done, O'Connors. High five.
High five.
Okay, Jacob, why did you choose Australia?
I chose Aussies because a beach really changed my mind. You can stay here at sunset, see the sun go down. You can just literally relax.
Imi, why did you choose Oz? Same as Jacob, there's a nice sandy beaches.
I chose Oz because I just prefer the houses and the fact that you're well and like
Oh,
yeah, me too.
I chose Australia because I feel that this is a better lifestyle for us, for our family, to find that Vicky is so much better here, she's so much more mobile.
The family time we've had here in the last few days has been we've had much more time together than we have had in the UK for ages, so yeah, it just feels like home.
It's been an unforgettable week for the O'Connors. Despite an element of financial risk, seeing the family life they could be leading down under has convinced everyone Australia should be their new home. We hope Vicky's health continues to improve, and we wish the O'Connors all the best with their new life on the other side of the world.
The story continues online. Visit the programme website to find out if the O'Connors have made the move. Another touch